Hi everyone, my name is Mayank and welcome back to my YouTube channel. On this channel I talk about the books that I read, productivity and my life related videos. So if you're new on this channel, do consider subscribing to the channel and do consider liking the video if you enjoyed it. And today's video is going to be a book review video which I have read recently. The name of the book is Nothing Lasts Forever by Sidney Sheldon. Now, before I start the video, I want to mention that Sidney Sheldon has been one of my favorite authors of all time. I have read lots of books by him. Mostly I read his books a few years ago. It has been some time that I read his book after a while now. So I decided to pick up this book. I had no idea what it was about. I just picked it up and I started reading it and I was pleasantly surprised by it. So here is the book review of Nothing Lasts Forever by Sidney Sheldon. So this book is about a medical students who have recently joined a hospital as junior doctors, and they start off their career by doing the job, and their life in the beginning it is a bit slow, but they become friends. So there are three main characters in this book: Paige, Cat and Honey. These three become friends on the first day at job and they start off their job career together. They also start living together. Over time they become very good friends, and also what happens is that the pace of their life increases. So in the beginning they are obviously doing less work, but as time goes on they progress further, and there comes a time in the book where they actually don't have enough time even for themselves. They are working for long hours, even like you cannot imagine how many hours they work for, like more than even 20 hours sometimes, and that those are like crazy shifts, but they somehow stay together. Now, just like in every Sidney Sheldon book, there has got to be some twists and turns, and there have got to be some kind of different things that happen in the between that keep you engaged in the book. So even in this book, what happens is these people fall into different relationships at different stages of their career, and those relationships also impact their jobs. The good thing about this book is that each of these three characters is distinctly different. How they face the situations, how they face the problems at work is also distinctly different from each other. That's why you get to learn a lot about the different characters and how they are built. How was their childhood, what was their childhood like, because in this book they have tried to describe that the childhood that a person has, it impacts their future a lot. The book also focuses on how a career as a doctor can be so sensitive, it can be so stressful for you, because you are daily leading the lives of so many people. You are actually working with the lives of so many people. You have to get attached to them also at times. So even in this book, many of these characters, they get attached to their patients, and that impacts their life in a big way. That is also shown in the book. Now ultimately every Sidney Sheldon book is about a mystery, about something that happens in between. So even in this book, because of the sensitive area of medical thing, what happens is that there is an incident which happens which really shakes up the hospital overall. So many of these characters are shocked by the incident that has occurred. People are blamed for this, and obviously there are cases filed in the court of law. Now what happens after the case is filed, that is something which is the thrill and the suspense about, and that is also revealed in the end. Also, just like any other Sidney Sheldon book, the good thing about this book is that the pace really gets picked up at the later part of the book. I have read lots of Sidney Sheldon books, and I have also realized that what happens is that at every stage of the book, the pace of the book keeps increasing, and that really keeps you engaged, because you know that at the end what you're going to get is some great kind of thrill, and there might be something that you might not have expected at all in the beginning. Overall, I really enjoyed reading this book. For me, the experience was kind of nostalgic, because I used to read Sidney Sheldon books around 2-3 years back. When I was preparing for my CAT, I decided to start reading books as part of my CAT preparation, and then I discovered Sidney Sheldon, and it has been no looking back since then. He's such a brilliant author. He always sets up the stage very nicely. He sets up all the different characters, and then he just begins up his thrill suspense story, which is just a delight to read. Another good thing about this book is that it has great characters. So even if you think that in the beginning that a character is totally a good character, he will do no wrong, he or she will do no wrong in the beginning, over time during the book, your perception towards the character starts to change. You realize that no, even a good person can do things which might be seemingly bad when it comes to the situation, and that person has no choice whatsoever. The only thing probably I would like to not complain, I would say it's a small thing which I did not like, was the use of medical terms in the book. A lot of different medical terms have been used. If you're not from a medical background, you will have a hard time understanding them. So you have to keep a dictionary with you sometimes to understand what is happening, because these medical terms really impact the book a lot. What happens is when we read the novels, we kind of tend to sometimes ignore these difficult words because they might not have a great impact on the story. But in this case, because it is a medical doctor thing, people are doctors, the main characters are doctors, so those terms really impact the story a lot. So you have to kind of keep searching for the meanings. So for me, kind of it was still a bit easier. I was reading this book on a Kindle, but if you are reading this book on a paperback, then you might have a little bit difficulty in understanding those words. That's not a big drawback, but you can just note that down. So this was my review of Nothing Lasts Forever by Sidney Sheldon. Do you like reading Sidney Sheldon books? Let me know in the comment section, and if you have not read, you should definitely start picking up his books. They are a delight to read. And if you read this book also, let me know how did you find it in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Please also press the like button and share the video with your friends who like reading books. My name is Mayank, and I will see you soon in the next video. Thank you for watching.